How's it going, guys? It's Sunday. I don't even know what time it is. 1:30-ish. As you can see, there's no color on the car due to the weather. The weather's nasty, really nasty. Got some kind of front or storm coming through here. It's gonna get nasty till tomorrow morning. 50 to 60 mile an hour winds. So I did put these heaters on that were given to me. There's one here and one on the side. I did put them on last night, and I just adjusted the knob roughly, and they're regulating the garage at 75 degrees. And considering it's raining outside and it's 78% humidity in here instead of being on the R, I consider that pretty good. And considering you can see the heat rising. I still have all the panels in yet. I will. Considering there's a big massive hole in the roof for my exhaust fan, I think these things are working pretty well. You seal that up, this is nice. But I needed something to let this stuff cure. Fear is masking to it and having it peel. But let's get to what I'm talking about. Obviously, I'm not going to paint today because I have to draw the air in from outside. Tomorrow things are supposed to let up, so I think what's going to happen is tomorrow night I'm going to come in after work and I'm going to shoot the white front and rear, and Tuesday I'm going to take the day off and I'm going to finish up all the paint work in here. Tuesday's supposed to be like 65 degrees and only 50% humidity and sunny, so I'm going to grab the day between that, and then I'll just leave the heaters on. We should be okay. We will have to come up with a heating source to paint this car. I mean, I do have heat, but I don't want to blow anything on anything. But we could talk about that later. Trying to decide the correct way to do this. I think what's going to happen is the complete firewall will be white. Instead of just leaving the little corners that are literally this wide. Okay, it would be a triangular corner, come like this. Instead of making those two corners the color of the sides, I really want the front. I really want the firewall to be solid white, and I really want the sides to be the color that we're choosing. So when we paint it like this, it's going to look kind of goofy till the car gets bolted together. It's going to look goofy all the time, but it won't make as much sense. But when the fenders go on, there'll be crisp dividing lines. But I think what's going to happen is I'm going to stick with the original design of where I wanted it on the front of the car, running down the hood. And I'm going to stick with the original stuff on the roof. But what's going to happen is that would put it about right here. Okay, so if you follow this down, there's this little triangle in the corner that would have to be masked a different color, and I don't think I would like the way that would look when it's all said and done. Truthfully, forget about the pain in the ass factor. I want the crisp line coming down of this side of the car flowing in, that side of the car flowing in. Okay. The back half of the radiator support's going to be solid white. When it's all said and done, just the main part up here will be white, disappearing under the fender. The fender's going to cross over it. These elephant ears is what they call them. The front of the radiator support, this little bracket, and then here will be satin black, so the front will be blacked out. But when you look in the car, you're going to see the front radiator support that will be divided here. And what's going to happen is this firewall will be solid white. I'm going to come over, I'm going to mask from here, so I'll let the red paint get down here on this side. I'll come down here and I'm going to bring it right into the line on the bottom here. So this corner, including down here and all into here, even though most of this is going to get undercoating, this was all prepped, painted. We masked it right here before I really hit the hinges. That'll all be red, then fog black over when we do when we do all in here. But like I said, I'm going to bring it here. There is a seal that rides here, and then this will be white, so the red's not going to continue down to this lip. I think that would look totally stupid. I think if I bring it here, blend it in the corner, bring it over, and have this, so when you're looking down at the fender here, and you look down in the gap, it's all one color. When you look at the gap where the hood meets it with the red, it's all one color. Rather than dividing it here, like dividing it there, and you see a separate color. I think that'll be a little bit more pleasing to the eye, and wherever this lands, we'll bring it across the hood. So if I make it here, 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 there's no within an 1/8 of an inch thing right now. I'm gonna carry that on the hood. I'm just gonna bring those lines down, exit with a measurement to make sure they're within line, and that should land me somewhere right around this crease here, give or take. And we will shoot the red over on that side and the blue over on that side. So there's just going to be 2 little squares, and then this side of the car wrapped around up to the gap will be blue. This side the same way, it'll be red, including the rails. The complete firewall will be white. We're going to fog back in with undercoat right up to it. I like, believe it or not, even though it's a custom paint job, I like factory, some of the way the factory shit's done. I'm just that way. This will be the same deal. All in there is primed, but my valance wraps around most of this, like right here. So this will be blacked out, and you'll see the valance, and then you won't see the black line, but there'll be a black line, including all of this will all be black. Okay, including this will be black, like the way it came from the factory. So I'm going to leave, instead of masking this off and just leaving the top white, I'm going to leave this whole thing painted the white so Junior can clean it. So that's the plan. So the plan basically is tomorrow night, late in the night, well, not late in the night, probably like 7 o'clock, I'm going to say, we'll do the cowl, firewall, blow it in on the sides. We'll do the complete radiator support white, and then we'll let it sit till the following morning. By that time, I'll have plenty of time to set up this. They say 45 minutes I can mask to the base coat, but that's at 70 degrees, 50% humidity. So we're not in that ideal situation, so we're going to give it plenty of time. I have up to 24 hours. After 24 hours, you got to scuff it and re-base coat it. So I figure if I let it sit 13, 14 hours, we should be good. Then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to mask down the sides and whatever we said, and I'll mask off one side of the car completely, including the white up top. We'll shoot the color. We'll let that sit probably 2 hours or so, because I don't have to mask to it. At that point, I'll peel the tape off, make sure we're good, and then we'll just cover it, like mask cover it, but not like really paint to stick to it. Then we'll do the other side. Then we'll let that sit a couple hours. Then we'll come in and we'll clear coat it. So we'll be on it most of the day Monday. And that's why multiple colors are a big pain in the ass. So, like I said, we got to get close to that. If off a hair either way, this much, you never know. You're never going to pick up on it. Most of the times when people see this car, the hood's going to be open anyway, so you're never going to see the roof. I really wanted to use the fender as the dividing line, but there's just not enough width on these cars. It's not an old car. The width of the fender would be right where you see the end of the cowl, right there. And if you follow it up, the car's narrower than that. So that creates a problem, because I want the side shot of the car to be the complete car, and I can't do the roof white because of the body lines on the side. There's no cutoffs, especially in the back. The back would get really stupid looking. So you're gonna have to cheat somewhere and live with something, and this is what it's gonna be. So trust me, it's no big deal to put a stripe of red and a stripe of blue on the hood when I'm base coating. That's no biggie. The bottom of the hood's gonna be satin black. So either that or white. We haven't decided that yet. We got time. So we got time for the hood totally. So with that said, guys, that's it. That's today's update. I gotta go make sure everything's secure around the house before before I find it blown into the neighbor's yard. I gotta go get all these panels. They're stacked up outside. I cleaned them and let them dry in the sun yesterday. Never brought them in. I didn't think it was gonna rain till 6 o'clock tonight. I woke up to rain. Or else they would have been sitting in here and I would have had them in already. So yeah, we gotta go over all that stuff. And maybe I'll come out here and peel the paper and glue off the walls. Maybe not.